have rear window shades for a Subaru Ascent. It's my wife's car. It's a 2019 Subaru Ascent, and I was looking on YouTube to see if there was a video on how to do this door panel, or like replace basically this whole section you replace to turn it into the sunshade. So of course I've already done that side, but since there is no video anywhere on YouTube that I found easily on how to do this, here's the tutorial. Let me strap on my chest mount and we'll get to work. All right, so the first things you'll want to do is take some kind of pick tool and you get behind this little lip and it will just pop off. Drops on the ground, of course, but it has little clips that clip in those little holes, and you can see the screw is there. And the second one is under this little tab. You pop that up, and of course there's a second screw. I'll go ahead and get those screws undone, and when you get the screws undone, of course they'll show it on camera, but you can just pop off the whole door panel after you pop off this piece. So we'll go over that. Right, so of course we will go ahead and unscrew these little screws in here. Make sure you don't lose those. I don't think that's long enough to go in there, so we'll use our screwdriver. And of course the back of this door, like every other car panel, is going to have those little push-in rivets that kind of slide into the grooves. So they are kind of annoying, but just hope that none of them pop out. So here you just want to get your finger behind this and just gently pull. It has those like plastic and metal pull tabs. As you can see, it has two plastic ones here, and then it has that metal one here that clips in up there. So like I said, once you get everything kind of undone, I just go to the edges and just slowly pull off the door and come back over on this side and slowly just pull it off, so you have that whole top section undone. I recommend just leaving the bottom in, because you don't really need to undo the whole bottom, because really what you have to do is get to these mounting points on the inside of the door. So once you get to those mounting points, you'll be able to just go ahead and take this whole top section off. And that's why I recommend just leaving the bottom of the door on, so you don't have to hold the door and try to unscrew it at the same time. And those screws on the inside, as you can see, there's one up here in this top corner, and they go all the way down the inside of this door panel. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to tell, but they go all the way down. So what I will go ahead and do is unscrew all those, and once I get those unscrewed, I'll show you that you can just pop this whole section off. The screws out, go ahead and put those to the side, and now you will be able to literally just pull off this whole top piece, because it's just held on by clips now. Of course in the middle it's going to be a little more difficult to get those clips out, but as you can see, this whole piece is out. And once you got this piece out, you can just take the new one and literally just put it in its place. And boom, as you can see, it's in its place. It doesn't clip in like the other one does, so you do have to rely on the screws a lot more. So what I suggest doing, what I did on the other side, is go ahead and just put one screw in on each end to kind of help hold it in place. And then once you got that held in place, you'll be able to kind of lift up this edge and put it on the inside of the window trim. So like I mentioned, you don't want the bottom to come off, but it did fall off. But it will help kind of line this top. So you just want to line this ledge over here up with this ledge over here, and it will sit like basically right in that window. Maybe. Okay. For some reason It is not wanting to go into place. There we go. Well, that's annoying. Why is it not? Why? Hold on, let go. Why is it doing that? Like the other side, it literally just... There we go. What the heck? There we go. It's like... I don't know what the hell is going on here. Is it this? It's this piece. It's like not... What in the world? Is that it? No, it needs to go down like... Oh.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, good. I was recording that whole time. So everyone got to see that struggle. There's that little lip on the other side of this. You got to kind of pry it out so it catches the lip on the inside. I'm glad I did not stop that recording, so everyone got to see that struggle. But, of course, last few things, you take this trim piece. You can pop it back into place. Oh, might help if I... What's going on here? Well... That's interesting. Is this not lined up yet? No, it's in there. So that trim piece, I guess it's supposed to be behind that. So that little lip, you want to put in the bottom corner here, and then you push it in from the bottom first. All right, and ta-da! Now you got a nice sunshade. Well, of course, you got to put the two little Phillips head back in. You have the one here in the door. You have the one here in the door. And then you have the other one in the hand latch. And of course, you'll get these in, put the covers back on, and once you get the covers on, you got your window shade going. And if this thing does fall off, it has just like a little pinch. You just kind of push it back in the slot and close it on up. And one of the little more difficult things was getting this little cover back into place. Just kind of shove it in there and push down. You'll do it pretty well. Play or hit record on the last clip. So it's a little later in the day, but it is what it is. So as I mentioned with this, you kind of just put it in place. Let me switch hands. You kind of just put it in place and push on it. So once it's in that little cubby, you kind of just push on it, and well, maybe it was a lot easier than when you use both hands. I just don't have my chest mount at the moment. It may help to pull. Yeah, there we go. So you just pull out the handle, you get better access, and then you just literally push and it's clipped in place. And then once you have that clipped in place, of course, you are done. Got your sunshades. I keep missing this top one, but they do have kind of good angle for the window, and since it's a Subaru part, I mean, it fits perfectly. And of course, remember, if your door panel, those little tabs pop out of the door or pop out of the panel but not the door, and you need to slide it back in, it's easier to just use a trim removal tool and pop that little thing out. It kind of looks like one of these pink ones. So if those fall out, I 100% recommend popping it out of the door, like trying to pop it out of that little hole and reinserting it on the door panel and then just using it to push into the door, because there's no way you're going to be able to slide any of those into place at the same time because they are multi-directional. The ones on this side of the door, you have to slide to the left, and the ones on the left side of the door, you have to slide in onto the right. So you're not going to be able to slide in any of those points on the door while trying to wedge it in to the top trim. So I highly recommend that if these do come off and stay in the door, put them back onto the door panel before putting it onto the door. And then remember a little trick, that tab goes on the inside, and boom. And like I mentioned, I already got this side done. So now my twin boys are gonna be nice and shaded. Of course, we took the seat out because our second son, so we already have one son at home, and our second son will be coming home actually Monday. Today's Saturday, so he's doing his car seat test from the NICU today. And yeah, now they'll have nice shaded windows for car rides.